RPM Tesla Aftermarket Accessories. We're talking about our great carbon fiber Model 3 door handle caps. Now these are the raised up extended caps that fit over the Model 3 door handles. So we really wanted to make this video. It's a better video. It'll help give everyone a better understanding, and it also is going to show you a way to test your car before you order these. So we're going to start on the passenger side and take a look at what we got. So on the passenger side, we've got, and we have the real thick, heavy-duty red lining paper on the back that keeps the double-sided tape clean. When you pick this off, it sticks on. So we want to show everybody that we think this is a new way to make sure these are going to fit your car. Because honestly, we've got about 20% of the customers are having fitment problems, and it's only because of how the doors are assembled at the factory. So the robots that are assembling the doors and putting inside the door assembly unit, which is about this big, they're not always putting them on directly centered over the holes in the door. So you'll notice here, this is a hole in a door, there's a lip on it, and it sits inside. Well, for our door handle caps to function properly, we have to have plenty of clearance on the ends and clearance on the top and the bottom. And that's a fitment clearance. So we recommend that if you receive this from us and you don't think it's going to fit, just call us. We'll give you a free return label, first of all. But we want you to check all 4 door handles because they all have to work. So anyway, let's look at the front passenger side and take a look at it. So what we want you to do, and it's really smart to do this before you order, is to push the door handle in and feel this right here. If you feel a straight shot in without a lip, then it means that your door handle clearance is probably good. If this door handle end is close to the paint at all, it's probably not going to fit. So we want everyone to understand that. It's going to vary by car, it's going to vary by how it was assembled, and there's really nothing you can do to adjust it unless you took the whole door panel apart and moved everything. So let's just put this on. So you'll notice in the video that follows, we tell you to peel it off and stick it on. Well, now we don't want you to peel it off. We want you to hook it on and lay it down and see if it fits good. And watch how this opens over here. So if you have an issue where this tip is touching the paint in any way, you can move it to the right or left a little bit. So we built them to fit, but also there's a little bit of give. So there's an up and down play and a right and left. So like right here, see this? It's hitting this. So move it to the right and then try it again. And now it's hitting over here. So this is going to hang up because of just the way the location is in the door. And again, we figured out that because of this clearance, if it has a big lip on it and it goes way inside, then that's why your door handle is too tight at the top. So anyway, to make a long story short, we want you to just try it, make sure it fits. This is after you buy it, and this one is probably going to work okay because it would go like this and it will close. So it might tick for a little bit, but that will go away. So determining what will work and what will be acceptable is up to you. But once you pull the tape off and install them, then we really can't take them back. So we want you to test fit them by putting your finger in here and making sure there's no issues of it catching. So if you were to think about ordering this and you put your finger in and you feel this straight in shot where it's not going on an angle, then your door handle assembly is probably in the correct location. So again, right now, this is clearing, it's not catching, it's not going in. And this one I would say is good. So let's take the same one, because these are made in the same mold. So it doesn't matter if you have 2 rights, 2 passenger handles, they're going to be identical dimensionally. Let's go to the back door. So again, before you place your order, take your door handle, open it up, put your finger in this side, make sure that there's no recessed lip that will catch it up. Make sure the clearance is good, make sure it's not too close to the edge. Same thing on this side. You want to make sure, now this looks really close, I'm gonna put my finger in here. No, it's pretty straight. It doesn't feel like there's a huge cavity on the side. So now I would, if I owned this car, I would place my order thinking they'll fit good. And then when you receive them, again, we don't mind taking them back. We'd rather take them back than have you install them and have an issue putting them on. So you might want to open the door. It makes it a little easier to swing it back and forth. Now this one seems to fit really well. And remember, there is a little bit of leeway left and right and up and down. And this fits good. So now push on this side and you don't hear it catching. You don't hear it sticking. It's not rubbing over here. So we're good. All right, that's 2 for 2. If all 4 pass the test, then you can install them. And you should not have an issue. But you have to check this and make sure there's a lot of clearance and it's not stopping. So like, see this closes? Sometimes on some cars it'll just stop and it'll stay open because it's getting stuck. So these door handles are correctly installed inside the door. And now we're going to go over to the driver's side. Okay, quick recap. The passenger side, we checked them both out. On this side, we want to show you the glossy and the matte difference. Again, they're still out of the same dry carbon fiber mold. Dimensionally, they're going to be the same. The amount of clear coat is almost the same always, but we still wanted to show you. So again, go up to your car before you order them and push the door handle in and hold it and see, make sure there's no crazy lip. Make sure that it's smooth, it's a straight shot in. Same thing on this side. Make sure that the door handle plastic assembly behind the door doesn't have any clearance issues. If it looks good, then we will attempt it. So take the matte one, hook it on just like this, and open and close it. So you want to push it down, let it go. It's not hanging up, it's not rubbing. Okay, again, I would say this is a very good fitment. Once you pull the red tape off, it's going to hold great. You're going to go out to your car in the future and you're going to grab it, you're going to let it go, and it's going to completely close. So some people, it hangs up, it gets stuck between the aluminum panel and rubbing on the edges. All right, let's do the last one. Yellow. Okay, door number 4, we call this pre-inspection. Again, push on the door handle, hold it out, check this lip. We've literally had some of these plastic housings completely inside where there's like a 1/2 inch gap. I don't know how the door handle fit, but it would still close. It'll still close, it just won't close with any gap. So you need a gap. All right, and this side's good, straight in. No issues over the top and the bottom. The top are smooth. Again, 90% of these are perfect. So we hook it on this edge, push it down the same way we're going to do after we take the tape off with the adhesive promoter. And then that's it. Fits on good, push it in. So remember, it's only this much movement and it's just the clearance here and the clearance here. So honestly, if this customer that purchased this, that brought this car in, wanted these installed, we could get all 4 of these installed, absolutely perfect. And again, it's because we checked the door handles first. And this double-sided tape is really strong. Thanks again, and now we're gonna continue with the video. We're gonna insert this at the beginning. Thank you. One more quick note, this is a different car, this is our car. And when you notice when you push it in, it always closes. So I thought we had some rubbing on this edge, but we didn't. Here's another one, opens, closes. So you wanna make sure the spring is pulling on it strong enough to close it all the way and it's not getting hung up. Now lastly, on the passenger side, I think one of these closes slowly. Nope. I thought one of them used to hang up slightly. Maybe it was this corner here. Let's see. Yeah, so this one needs to be pushed in a little bit. So this is probably worst case scenario, but you'll know if yours will do this. Again, it doesn't bother me, but you'll know yours will do this if you test fit it before taking the red backing tape off. Thank you. So let's first use the adhesive promoter. Now this is known as like UH94. There's different names for it, but we're probably going to give you a generic brand of adhesive promoter. What this does is it acts as a moist promoter for a strong bond. It doesn't affect your paint, it doesn't affect the chrome. We'll probably have the chrome handle. You have to let the adhesive promoter dry for about 30 seconds. It puts a thin layer of dampness on it. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna get our tape ready. Now we recommend to use a little bit of painter's tape, and 3M always says 72 hours for full curing. So we're gonna just put this over the door handle to hold it down. Obviously you're gonna wanna drive your car, we understand that. But leave it on for as long as you can, just covering up the door handle in these areas. We've had no problems taking it off in warm weather here to get the best coverage. And now we're simply gonna put it on like this and stick it on. So we recommend, obviously, you wanna start at this side and hook it over the circular end and press it flat down. I mean, that's it. We're just doing that. We want to make sure it's completely flat. So if you have a towel, just push it on. Do this in warm weather. Do this with sunlight. And make sure that it's not holding up or getting hung up anywhere, okay? So press it back and forth. If, for instance, it was getting hung up here and it wasn't closing all the way, then you would want to push it downward a little bit, and then we're going to tape it in place. But once you're happy with this beautiful flush mount, again, this is really flush, and all door handles on 3s and Ys stick up a little on this side. So this is exactly how yours will fit. So once you got it on, we want you to take one more step and just push it down nice and firm with a microfiber towel. And again, you're going to wash this and wax this just like the paint on your car. It's got 3 layers of UL protection on the glossy and the matte, so it's not going to turn yellow on you or fog up. We also recommend you treat it with something like a ceramic pro or any kind of nano ceramic coating to extend the UV life. Okay, so now once you like how it opens and closes and you have no issues, take the double-sided tape, and this is just going to apply more pressure while it's bonding. Again, 72 hours is what 3M says for full bonding. And you just want to cover up the area so it's putting some more pressure on. You can use duct tape, painter's tape, whatever you want. You can do it in different amounts. But stick the tape down good, pull it up so it's applying more pressure. And then the last one we're going to put here. Same thing, pull down, apply pressure. Again, you don't want this flying off on you on the freeway. We've had no issues. We've been testing them for months, trying to get the right tape and the right thickness. Okay, now it looks terrible, but again, this is temporary. Try to keep it on for 1, 2, or even 3 days at a time.